Thad, we talked about excitement and just the general feelings were really positive. Only 2 losses and they came against really great ranked teams. How encouraging is that this early on?
Well, I think I'm excited, and I think our players are excited because, from the Michigan State game to Florida Atlantic to Penn State to Boise State, I think we've shown improvement that we're getting better. Going into the Michigan State game, we really hadn't been tested, and that was a great learning experience. And in fact, we're showing film today dating back to Michigan State all the way through, and just trying to teach and coach and continue to get this team as good as we possibly can.
What's different this year than opposed to last year's team?
Well, I think for one thing, stating the obvious, at this time last year we had 7 players. We weren't able to practice, we weren't able to do anything. But I think this group right now is, as I tell them, we're like 11 stepchilds. We've all come together, and these guys have done a tremendous job of really bonding and molding together. And we know there's going to be some bumps in the road along the way, but I think just the games in Orlando, where we lost the lead or came from behind, and they showed some resiliency that last year's team, sometimes they go on a 6-0 run and the game was over, and I like this about this group.
Coach, what is one area that you've seen through film study that you either are impressed with, and one area that you want to improve?
Well, it's funny because I told the guys that we're going to look today at a lot of film and just, the things that we're doing really well, we got to do more of, and the things we're not doing well, we got to do less of. So I know it sounds like a coaching, you didn't catch that, but no, I think that we're doing a great job of sharing the ball offensively. We still need more flow. We need more continuity in our offense. When we stand or we hold the ball, usually not a real good possession. Defensively, I think when we're locked in and we're doing what we're supposed to do, and a lot of that's predicated on scouting. I thought the prep for Boise State, because they were a very, very unique team, and we had a day to get ready for them, and our guys carried out the game plan as well as we possibly could. But we still have glowing weaknesses that we're going to address and hopefully get better at.
Through those improvements, being able to do it at home now for the next 5 games in front of a home crowd, how do you feel like everyone will kind of be able to settle in knowing that there's a little less of that, not inconsistency, but you get to be home, you get to be in your own locker room, all that.
Right. No, I'm one of these guys, I wish we could play every game at home. I don't like to travel. But, I think, you see this across college basketball. If you think just because you're coming home, everything's going to be okay, you're sadly mistaken. I mean, we have not a good opponent, a great opponent on Thursday night. I mean, it's going to be a heck of a basketball game, and but I think the fact of, as I told the guys right after the Boise State game the other night, I said, now let's protect our house because we're going home for 5 in a row, and that's something that we've got to hold tight to us in terms of knowing that hey, teams love to come in here and play, and it's funny, they always seem to come and play their best against us.
What's the biggest key in having success in this home state?
Well, I stating the obvious, I mean, just continuing to get better, continuing to grow. It's so many little things just from guys. You watch shots in a game, and did they have shot prep for their shot? They didn't have it, they missed it. They had shot prep, they did. The being more connected defensively. Because we've shown in certain stretches of games we're good if we can score off of our defense, and I think those are the things we got to continue to build.
Has there been someone or something that's really surprised you through this early stretch of the season so far?
Keem asked me that yesterday. I kind of went in with no preconceived notions of how guys were going to be. Obviously, I've got expectations for them, and I like the way they're playing. I wouldn't say that anybody's really surprised me. I love the way our young guys, our freshmen specifically, they've gotten minutes in crucial times of games. I thought, the other day in the Penn State game, we set Posh the last 12 minutes because of foul trouble, and Landon Moore captained the ship all the way through, and that was good for our team. It was good for the growth of our team, and Andre Screen is the minutes he's on the floor, he's very, very productive. So, like I said, we just gotta and Posh after the Penn State game came back and probably played his best game against Boise State. So we gotta continue to build that.
What kind of impact has Posh been having for this team?
Well, I think he brings an element of leadership. He brings an element of experience. Because what we're getting ready to go through here in a few weeks, he's been through it for 3 years. But he also brings a great toughness about him. I mean, he wants to guard the other team's best player. He wants the ball in his hands in crucial times, and I think he's really done a nice job of corralling guys, and he's learning guys' strengths and weaknesses and trying to help them be better at that.
And Coach, what is maybe one thing that you're expecting from Texas Tech, and what's maybe one key point of emphasis that you're going to kind of stress heading into that game?
Well, we're going to, they transition offense. They're looking to go, and the good thing for us is from Michigan State, Florida Atlantic, those are probably two of the highest powered transition offensive teams. Their half court defense is like 13th in the country. I mean, they're a big time half court defensive team. So they're like we are. I think they're a very competitive group of guys, and it's going to be a fun battle.